Monika McGillicuddy here. Want to take a quick moment and talk to you about the differences between an offer to purchase in Massachusetts and a purchase and sales agreement in New Hampshire. And specifically, I'm going to talk about the purchase and sales agreement in New Hampshire because I'm not licensed in Mass. But a lot of folks come over the border and they enter into a contract. They think it's an offer, which it is, obviously. But, you know, they think it's sort of like the first step, like in Massachusetts, where you do an offer and then you go through all of your inspections and all that stuff, and then you eventually enter into a contract. Well, in New Hampshire, it's more of a one-step process. So you find an agent, you find a property, you enter into a purchase and sales agreement, which is basically your offer to the seller. And at any point in time prior to the seller accepting that, you can amend it or withdraw or anything like that. But once the seller accepts it and it's signed, it becomes a valid and binding contract for you to purchase the property. Now, there are always some contingencies in there, and then depending, you know, on your circumstances, you know, you might have a contingency that's a home sale contingency, or most likely financing, which is a very normal contingency, and of course home inspection. So obviously you're going to have a home inspection. You're going to hire someone that's normally engaged in the business of conducting those inspections, and you're going to make sure it's all checked out. But understand that in New Hampshire, the purchase and sales agreement, once it's signed and fully executed, meaning both parties, you and the seller, understand and agree to all the terms, it is a valid and binding contract. And if you have a question on that, you know, maybe you should talk to an attorney because it's a big step. But if you're looking at property or you're thinking about buying in New Hampshire, I'd love to help you with that process. It's Monika McGillicuddy, and I am your Southern New Hampshire real estate specialist. So, hey, it's spring, the market is starting to pick up, prices are awesome, and it's a great time to buy. Remember, home ownership is a fantastic long-term investment. So I know I can help you find your dream home. Give me a buzz, 603-548-7728. Have a wonderful day.